Good morning, Manchester United fans, and welcome back to the United Zone. There are several major stories developing around Old Trafford this morning. News-Rashford could be facing a surprise U-turn over his future. Mason Mount has suffered an injury scare after the PSG friendly. Santos has made a big statement about replacing Casemiro, while United continue their search for a new left-back. We also have updates on Benjamin Šeško and several other transfer targets. So let's get straight into today's biggest Manchester United stories. Let's start with perhaps the biggest story of the morning, News-Rashford. Reports suggest Manchester United have given Rashford the number 14 shirt, and that could be a significant indication about his future. After spending time on loan at Barcelona, there had been widespread expectation that Rashford would leave Old Trafford permanently. However, the situation may now be changing. Rashford has reportedly returned to the United setup, and the club could apparently be prepared to keep him if they don't receive an offer that meets their expectations. During his loan spell at Barcelona, Rashford reportedly produced 14 goals and 14 assists. That's an impressive contribution, and it raises an important question. Could Manchester United actually give Rashford another chance? If he stays, it could completely change the complexion of United's attack heading into the new season. Now let's talk about Mason Mount. Manchester United's 1-1 draw with Paris Saint-Germain was overshadowed somewhat by an injury concern involving the midfielder. Mount was substituted inside the opening 20 minutes after appearing to suffer a problem with his foot. That immediately worried United supporters, especially given Mount's history with injuries since joining the club. However, Michael Carrick has reportedly played down the situation and indicated that the decision was precautionary. That's obviously positive news. United will not want to take any unnecessary risks with Mount during pre-season. And after showing some promising performances in a deeper midfield role, keeping him fit could be extremely important for Carrick this season. Meanwhile, Bryan Mbeumo was the man who rescued United against PSG, scoring the equaliser in the 1-1 draw. One of United's most exciting young signings is Santos. And the Brazilian midfielder has now made a very interesting statement about his role at Manchester United. Santos believes he can fill the defensive midfield position previously occupied by Casemiro. That's a huge responsibility. Casemiro brought experience, physicality, and defensive strength to United's midfield. But Santos has impressed during pre-season while playing in a deeper role. His ability to win the ball, move it forward, and contribute physically could make him an important player for Carrick. And this could have an impact on United's transfer plans. If Santos proves that he can handle the role, does United really need to spend more money on another central midfielder? That could be one of the biggest decisions facing the club before the transfer window closes. Manchester United's search for a new left-back continues. Lewis Hall remains one of the names United admire, but Newcastle United continue to make a move difficult. Newcastle reportedly have no desire to lose Hall this summer. That means United could eventually be forced to look elsewhere, and there are already other names appearing on United's radar. One of those names is Joaquin Saiz of Club Brugge. Reports suggest Manchester United are monitoring the Belgian fullback as they continue searching for left-back reinforcement. Saiz could potentially become a serious alternative if Newcastle refuse to negotiate over Lewis Hall. For United, this is becoming increasingly important. The club needs competition and depth at left-back, and with Hall proving difficult to sign, having alternative targets is essential. There is also a fresh report concerning Louis Page. The 18-year-old Leicester player has reportedly emerged on United's radar. This shows that United are not simply focusing on established stars. The club is also continuing to monitor young players who could potentially become important first-team options in the future. United's recruitment strategy appears to be combining immediate first-team improvements with investment in young talent. Now for some positive news regarding Benjamin Šeško. Reports indicate that the striker remains on course to be fit for the beginning of the season after stepping up his rehabilitation at Carrington. That's encouraging news for United supporters. Šeško remains one of the major names in the club's attacking plans, and his fitness will be closely monitored as the new season approaches. United will certainly want their attacking options available when competitive football begins. And finally, Manchester United are still expected to do more business. Despite the arrivals already completed this summer, the club hasn't necessarily finished strengthening the squad. The left-back position remains one of the biggest priorities. United are also continuing to assess the midfield situation, although Santos' performances could influence whether another central midfielder is required. The club therefore has some important decisions to make before the transfer window closes. So let's quickly recap. Number 1, Marcus Rashford could potentially remain at Manchester United, with the club reportedly giving him the number 14 shirt. Number 2, Mason Mount has suffered an injury scare after the PSG match, but the situation is reportedly not considered serious. Number 3, Santos believes he can replace Casemiro in the defensive midfield role. Number 4, Lewis Hall remains difficult to sign, with Newcastle resisting United's interest. Number 5, Joaquin Saiz and Louis Page are among the alternative names being monitored. And number 6, Benjamin Šeško continues his recovery as United prepare for the new season. So Manchester United fans, what do you think? Should United give Marcus Rashford another chance? Can Santos really replace Casemiro? And who should United sign at left-back, Lewis Hall or Joaquin Saiz? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on the notification bell for all the latest Manchester United breaking news. Glory, glory Manchester United!